Welcome to Who Knew with Bruce Lubin from quickanddirtytips.com. I'm Jennifer Boudneau, the editor of the Who Knew books. Today, Bruce and I are going to solve all your summer problems with tips for the beach, grilling, summer beverages, very important, and more. We're also going to share some tips we've used in our own lives recently. I had a big bug triumph. And play another game of Life Hack Lightning Round. Today's episode is brought to you by Kindle. Great spellers come from great readers. And that's why Kindle is the proud presenting sponsor of next week's 2017 Scripps National Spelling Bee. A single-purpose Kindle e-reader holds thousands of books, ensuring young readers always have a book with them. Features like WordWise support comprehension and vocabulary development, while Kindle Free Time awards achievement badges for reaching reading milestones. To learn more about the ways Kindle inspires a child's emerging love of reading, visit Amazon.com/Kindle for Kids. And make sure to tune in to next week's Scripps National Spelling Bee presented by Kindle, Thursday, June 1st at 8 p.m. on ESPN. Hi, Bruce. Welcome back to Quick and Dirty Tips HQ.
Hello, Jen.
We haven't taped a show since you were on the Today Show with Kathy Lee and Hoda.
That was great.
I went with you. It was very exciting.
It was a lot of fun, although they don't drink as much as you think they would, which is a little disappointing.
That is a little disappointing. I ran into 98 Degrees, though, and that was also a little disappointing, I have to say. There are some attractive guys, but, none of them sang to me or anything.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
My favorite part is when you told Kathy Lee and Hoda how important it is to constantly be slathering yourself in vanilla.
Well, that's exactly right. That's not a joke. You need to slather yourself in vanilla.
Are you going to tell the audience why, or are you just going to leave it at that and hope they Google?
It keeps mosquitoes away, naturally and efficiently.
That's right. That's actually our favorite mosquito tip.
That's exactly right. You smell like Betty Crocker, but that's okay. You keep mosquitoes away.
Yeah, it's the alcohol content that the mosquitoes don't like, and then you get to smell like vanilla.
That's right.
All night long.
Mm-hmm.
So today we're going to talk about some summer tips other than mosquitoes, although, of course, bugs are always a big part of our lives.
One more mosquito tip, though. I know we're moving on. Don't wear blue clothing. They are attracted to blue clothing.
You say this.
Dark blue clothing.
Blue's my color.
Well, not for the summer. You'll have to wait until September, and then you can get back into blue.
And now, before we go on, it's time for the weekly Penny Hoarder hack, a money-saving tip from our friends at the Penny Hoarder website. Hope you enjoy.
Hey everybody, it's Lisa from thepennyhoarder.com, and I'm here with today's money hack. Summer is more than just sleeping in and sunburns. It's a great time to take advantage of seasonal deals. Here are a few of our favorites. June is peak wedding season, and stores capitalize on all those wedding registry purchases by offering steep discounts on cookware. While you're shopping for gifts, make sure you replenish your own stock if you have any pieces from your own kitchen that need replacing. Once the busy spring camping season is over, you can get great deals on tents, backpacks, lanterns, even fitness gear. All sorts of outdoor gear are discounted in the middle of the summer. And if you have the patience, wait until the tail end of summer to get the lowest price on grills. What about computers? Manufacturers typically release their new models in the summer, so back-to-school sales are a great time to buy last season's model. The specs probably won't be different enough for you to notice unless you're a hardcore gamer or designer. If you're buying Apple products, they typically release in the fall, so you'll want to wait a few months. Thanks for listening, and for more money-saving tips, go to thepennyhoarder.com.
Happy Socks is the world's favorite choice for colorful socks and underwear. Each unique design turns an everyday essential into a colorful piece that's crafted with the highest standards of quality and creativity. Plus, Happy Socks are available in adult and children's sizes, so the whole family can match, and you're sure to find the perfect pair for everyone in your life. In fact, with Father's Day right around the corner, they make a great gift for Dad. And for a limited time, our listeners can visit www.happysocks.com/new, that's KNEW, and use the promo code WHOKNEW for a 30% discount and free shipping. There's an almost endless variety of original designs and fun color combinations, which guarantees there's a pair of high-quality socks and underwear for every occasion, mindset, and style. To see the full list of store locations and browse the Spring-Summer 2017 collection, visit www.happysocks.com/KNEW. And don't forget to use the code WHOKNEW for 30% off and free shipping.
So how is your summer going? What tips have you found yourself using this summer besides slathering yourself in vanilla?
Well, if you do get bitten by a bug,
Yeah.
you want to reach for toothpaste.
Toothpaste?
Put that on your bug bites, and that keeps them from itching. So that's a great tip, right?
That's an awesome one. I myself, speaking of bugs, I know we did a whole podcast on bugs, but I used a bug tip myself recently that I thought we didn't put this on our bugs podcast.
Which one?
And that's that you can actually use, clothes freshener that you buy to spray on your clothes and freshen them up. That will actually kill ants and a lot of other bugs. Again, the alcohol content. So I found, it's been a bit of a crazy summer, Bruce. And I'm a bit of a cat lady. So let's just say sometimes the cats throw up. You don't, I'll spare you the disgusting details. Let's say I came upon a disgusting scene with ants. And you don't necessarily want to spray bug spray all over your bedroom
Certainly
or whatever
not.
because it's nasty. So what you can do, and what I did, is use clothes freshener. You spray it all over your ants. They all die. You can deal with the disaster you have made for yourself because you
Springtime
did
fresh cat
exactly.
vomit.
And then
I love
it's
that.
exactly, and then at least your rug smells good.
That is
amongst the disgustingness that
A
you have to.
great tip.
I knew you would like that. So what other summer tips do you have for us? We've got toothpaste for bug bites. Is there anything else that works well for bug bites?
Well, for bug bites, vinegar is fantastic for bug bites too.
Vinegar works on everything.
Vinegar is amazing. Vinegar should be in your food pyramid all the time.
It's in my food pyramid. What if you want to keep the bugs away? And again, I know we had a whole podcast on bugs, but bugs are always on our mind.
What you can do is spray vinegar. Seriously, vinegar, again, that will keep bugs away from any surface. What you want to do at a barbecue is you want to put your picnic table legs in like a beer pong cup or solo cup, as we call it.
Those are those college kids.
Yes,
Yeah.
because
your house.
ants won't swim. So if you put them in something and there's some water, they won't climb up onto your
this
table.
is similar to that tip we had on our pets podcast about putting your pet's bowl in a moat of water. Water
Exactly
keeps
right.
ants out.
There you go, Jen.
Another one that I've done before is opening up soda cans. And you put them around your barbecue, and then the bees and the wasps are going to go for the easiest available.
By soda
right?
cans, you mean beer cans? Of course. That was really
No,
coy.
I would not waste the money. Thank you very much. You know I have a Coca-Cola addiction. It's all soda cans around the perimeter, and then bugs go into those soda cans, and you
know what else you
about.
can do? Take a piece of cardboard and put a little syrup on it and put it where you're not eating, and the bugs will be they will high five each other, and the newsletter goes out, and all of them just go to
And it's a disgusting
cardboard.
mess, but better have the disgusting mess away from
not
all of your
on
guests.
your food. A disgusting
as long
mess,
as they
but
don't
not
say
near your
they'll
food.
never complain.
Yep.
So what other grilling tips? We had this great post that you and Jeannie did on Quick and Dirty Tips recently of the 12 barbecue hacks that will leave
Yes,
your
of
guests
course.
in awe. That was one of my favorites. So you had a great tip about lighter fluid that is really popular on Pinterest. Tell everyone about that.
Well, lighter fluid's kind of disgusting, and it flares up, as you know. You can use sugar.
Sugar. It's amazing.
You know what else you can use?
What?
Doritos. Can we say Doritos? We can. Doritos, if you blow dry them, if you light them and use a little blow dryer to get a little heat, they will actually...
so you're saying if you run out of lighter fluid, just crumple up Doritos and throw them on there instead?
Right. But you don't want. You know how you won't run out of lighter fluid or propane?
Mm-hmm.
If you use, when you get the tank, if you put hot water on it,
Mm-hmm.
and the part that feels cold, once you put hot water on it, means there is propane in it. And if it's hot, it means it's empty. So if you put hot water on it, the whole thing is hot, you're about out. If you put it on and half of it is cold, you still have at least half
a tank. Yeah, you did this one on Kathy Lee and Hoda, I think last year, and they were very impressed, as am I. So if you're about to have a barbecue and you're not sure
Bring
if
up
you have
the
enough
hot water.
propane, you just pour boiling water on the side, and you can tell. I love that one.
You sure do.
Another one that you've done for Kathy Lee and Hoda that wows me every time is cleaning a grill with an onion.
It totally works. What you want to do is you want to get the grill really, really hot. And then what you want to do is take half an onion and just sort of rub it up and down. And the enzymes in the onion will clean anything that's left on the grill. And then you have a little oniony smell, which will dissipate soon. But it's a great way to clean.
One thing I love about you and Jeannie is you not only wrote a post about the best barbecue hacks, you also wrote a post about the best barbecue hacks just for meat. And my favorite one on there was sticking the burgers in the freezer before you put them on the grill, about 5 minutes before, and then they stay together. I feel like
exactly
that's
right.
always my problem, when I'm the rare instance where I actually get in front of a grill and there's no men there to get in front of me to grill the burgers. But you flip the burgers and then they get apart. Yeah, what's your tip for that?
That's right. So what you want to do is exactly what you're saying. You want to freeze them a little bit, and then they're not going to fall apart at all.
I also have a tip for you regarding guacamole.
Tell me.
I think you're going to like this one for a little guacamole emergency. So you're making guacamole and you go to the store and you're looking for avocados that are ripe, soft to the touch and ripe. But sometimes it's happened to me where you can find a couple ripe avocados, but then you have this one avocado that you were hoping that would get ripe and it didn't, or you couldn't find any ripe ones at the store.
Crestfallen,
so
I understand.
I know, it's hard when you have these guacamole emergencies. It's a real problem. So, what I've done in the past is you throw the unripe avocado in the blender or food processor, and then you end up with these weird little chunks. So this tip is to get rid of that. It won't ripen your avocado, but it'll get the avocado soft so you can mix it with ripe avocados and no one can tell the difference. And all you do is stick it in the microwave. First, you have to prick the skin like a potato so it doesn't explode, and then put it in the microwave on high for 40 to 70 seconds. Flip over halfway through, and then it'll at least be soft enough that you can mix it in with the rest of the guacamole, and no one will know the difference. Are you impressed?
That is a fascinating avocado tip. Can I tell you an avocado urban legend that doesn't work?
Please.
That if you are saving half an avocado, if you store it with the pit in it, it won't brown. False. That is false. So what you want to do to keep an avocado fresh is you want to spray like one of those spray oils. And then just cover it in plastic, in some sort of wrap.
That's what. Well, I always do whatever you and Jeannie tell me when it comes to storing food in my refrigerator. But that's what I do too. It works well.
Yeah, get rid of the pit. It's not going to help you. Save yourself.
What do you have for us in terms of our favorite category of summer tips? Summer beverages.
Summer beverages. So if you're trying to chill. We'll say soda, but by soda, it's code for beer. If you're trying to chill your drinks really quickly, what you want to do is you want to use some layering. So you want to put ice and then salt and water and ice and salt and water. And what happens is the water gets below freezing instantly.
Because of the salt.
Because of the salt. It's like if you ever put your hand in a really, really cold lake and it's actually colder than the freezing temperature is below 32. That's the easiest way to chill anything that you're drinking really, really quickly.
I like that one. Tip. I have a question for you. Let's see if you know the answer. So I'm really into iced tea. I make iced tea, and it's this weird cloudy color. Is there something you can do about that? Is that a thing? What's the deal with cloudy iced tea?
Amateur. You are, I will tell you, you were putting it into your refrigerator before you're cooling it.
That's true, actually. I usually just stick it right in the refrigerator.
You know what? I'm out of here. That's it. This is over.
That's what causes the cloudiness?
Exactly right. If you add a little boiling water, the cloudiness will go away.
Oh.
So that problem is solved.
And then if I just let it cool...
Jen, how did you not know that already?
I don't know. I guess I should have asked you sooner. Here I am with these burning questions about iced tea, and I just don't ask you until now. I'm glad at least, the public can be in on this. Did you have any other beverage tips?
That is my favorite beverage tip. I'm trying to think of others that we have. There's so many that we have on our website.
You have a good one that I use for iced coffee. Which is basically when you have leftover hot coffee, you just pour it into an ice cube tray. Then you have those iced coffee cubes that don't, because you and I we're similar in this way. We'll just both drink iced coffee all day long in the summer if we can.
Indeed. So that's exactly right. That's how you keep it from getting watered down. Same is true with wine ice cubes. By the way, if you ever drink wine that is warm, you want to put a white wine, you want to put an ice cube in it, and you think that's kind of déclassé. It really isn't, particularly if it's frozen wine. Then it'll never get...
Yeah.
It'll just
usually I just put regular ice cubes in, but if they were wine cubes, I know, then I could show people how clever I were.
That's right, and then it's not watered down at all.
Exactly.
So just keep that white wine, freeze a few ice cubes, and off you go.
So lastly today we have, before our life hack lightning round, we have tips for the beach. I have been to the beach. People don't know this about Brooklyn. Brooklyn has some great beaches. I've been to the beach every weekend.
You have?
This summer. I really have.
I can tell by the savage tan. I can tell.
I would never get tan because that's not my way, but I've been really enjoying the beach. Now, okay. The biggest problem with the beach, as we all know, is you come home from the beach and you're covered in sand.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the easiest way to get rid of sand is with baby powder. So if it's on your feet and it won't come off, or on your hands, just bring powder.
I love this tip because
it really, really works.
It's one of those tips that's sort of contrary to what you might think. You want to get the sand off with water usually, I think, but baby powder actually does it better.
Absolutely. It's fantastic. It really works.
What else do you have for the beach?
So here's a disgusting tip for the beach that I'd like to share with you, Jen, right now, is if you want to store valuables and you go into the ocean or whatever and you're afraid it's going to get stolen, take a diaper. And make it look like it's, a dirty diaper, how you put your iPhone or whatever you have in the dirty diaper. Yeah,
no one's going to go into there.
Leave it on your blanket.
Don't put it into a dirty diaper. Put it into a clean diaper that people are going to think is dirty.
Yes, of course it's a clean diaper. But people will judge you for leaving the dirty diaper on the beach, but they will not touch it and steal your money or your iPhone.
Well, one thing you and Jeannie always say, too, is to put electronics in Ziploc bags, like phones and stuff like that, because the sand can harm them even more than water. And I like doing that because every now and then I'll go to the beach by myself. It's really the only way to get any sort of reading or anything done. If you go with your friends, it's just not going to happen. But I'll go into the water myself, and what I do is I take, any money, the electronics that are in that Ziploc bag, I bury it in the sand under a corner of my beach towel or my blanket. And that's a good way to get people away from your stuff, too.
That's great. That's if you don't have a diaper, I suppose.
I don't have a lot of diapers on hand. Another tip that I always use is one, I happen to buy this brand of shampoo that has very flat bottles. And every time I am done with a bottle of shampoo, I fill it up with water and a little squirt of hand soap or dish soap, and I keep it in my freezer. And then you can use it as an ice pack. By the end of your day at the beach, it has thawed out, and you have soapy water. And then you can wash your hands with the shampoo bottle.
So clean. That is so
Do you see the influence you've had on my life?
I see that. My work is done here.
Yeah, taking shampoo bottles to the beach. The last thing, I know you guys also did another Quick and Dirty Tips post on this. Very important, sunburn.
Yes.
What do you do with sunburn?
Oh, there's so many ways that you don't have to spend any real money to get rid of sunburn. What you can use is...
aloe vera is expensive.
It's expensive. Yeah. So you want to take some green tea and just cool that down and then just, sort of bathe in that or put that on your skin. That really helps. Vinegar, once again, also helps. Again, it's better if it's cooled. You can use... If you have potatoes, if you've cooked potatoes.
Yes, this is called the Irish method.
Exactly. Right. Well, I'm Irish. I am Irish.
We're both a little Irish.
The sunburn is a real issue if you're Irish, too.
Yeah, so cooled potato water.
Yep. So those
and one that I've done before is shaving cream. Shaving cream actually has a lot of the same
I forgot about shaving cream. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so it's time. It's time that everyone's been waiting for. The life hack lightning round.
Oh, what are we playing today?
I don't know. Do you have the envelope? Jeannie gave it to you. What did she put in the envelope?
Oh, I'm going to kill you. It's pantyhose.
You're going to kill me on pantyhose. Now, when was the last time you wore pantyhose? Don't answer that. Wait, don't answer that.
Awkward question. No, this is something. Let's go. We're going to tell you uses for pantyhose.
I think after all of that trash talk, you should have to go first.
All right. Well, let me start with the best tip for pantyhose. Okay. By the way, before I even start, if you wear pantyhose, ladies, you want to store them in the freezer.
That counts as a tip. If pantyhose are in it, that counts.
Well, there you go. So there's my first tip.
You store them in the freezer. I say as if we all know, but we should tell people what you're talking about.
You start.
Oh, so if you wear pantyhose, if you store them in the freezer, it'll prevent them from running because, of course, when you put pantyhose on, that's usually when you get a run is when you're pulling them on. Yep. So the cold tightens the fibers, and then when you're pulling them on, they're less likely to run. That's a good one, and I think I should get the point since I explained it. But it's okay.
You can have that point.
Okay. I got another one.
Take the point.
I got another one.
All right,
Don't you worry.
What do you got?
So another pantyhose tip, if you wear pantyhose, is a lot of times it causes static with skirts. So a way to get rid of static on your pantyhose is you use a battery. Use the plus side of the battery and rub the battery all over your pantyhose, and it'll keep static cling away.
Wow. That's very impressive.
I know Jeannie knows that. Did you know that?
Very impressive. I'll tell you another tip that Jeannie knows about pantyhose. If she gets, or any of you ladies get a antiperspirant stain on like a black shirt.
Oh, that's a great one.
When you're getting dressed, use balled up pantyhose, and that will eliminate.
It's not even good for stains. It's too. I've used that one before when I'm pulling a shirt, over my head, and you get deodorant on it. You just use old pantyhose, and it's the perfect. You know what else? It's the perfect fabric for, Bruce? Cleaning candles.
Cleaning candles.
So this is another sort of, I'll admit, a little bit of a lady tip, but a lot of times people have candles that are just sort of nice candles that you keep because you really like the candle. I know you must have tons of those, Bruce. Not vinegar, pantyhose. What am I thinking? Vinegar. Just always on my mind. Always. But pantyhose is great for cleaning candles. You just rub the candle with pantyhose. The end.
I have a great tip for pantyhose, too, that you have not thought about.
I only have one more, so I'm worried.
I'm telling you, I'm going to kill you on this. So if you have a fish tank, okay, and you have a wet vac, you know, if you clean a fish tank, what a pain that is. What you want to do with your wet vac is put pantyhose like 2 or 3 times over the vacuum.
Yes.
You can suck out all the water, but get rid of the fish first, put them elsewhere. All the rocks and everything else will stay.
Yes.
So it's the easiest way to clean your fish tank.
Make sure to tell Kelly from Quick and Dirty Tips she wanted a fish tank cleaning tip.
Oh, she
That's
did?
brilliant.
Oh, I'm here for her.
That's brilliant. So the last one I have, this is Moment of Truth. Can you get one more? My last pantyhose tip that I can think of is in the spring when you're planting bulbs, and then you dig in the fall, you can tell I'm a big gardener, right? But anyway, you dig the bulbs up to save them for the next year, and what you want to do is store them in pantyhose. You put a bulb in, tie a knot around the bulb, and then put another bulb in, and that keeps them separate enough that the air can get around them, and it's perfect for storing.
All right, so
bulbs.
Does this count as another tip, or am I just riffing off of you? That is how you store onions.
I think that counts.
I think that counts.
I think it counts.
Stored in pantyhose. They need some
yes,
air around them and tie a knot. And never store onions with potatoes. By the way, there's a bonus tip.
All right, you won. I think that might be your first win.
I think
Usually
it is.
I beat you.
I think it is.
Who knew?
On TM.
Who knew that
Absolutely.
you would beat me with pantyhose?
Beautiful.
Well, that's it for today's Who Knew. Thank you for listening. You can find these tips and more at quickanddirtytips.com/who knew. And subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Let us know your best tips at our Facebook page, facebook.com/who knew tips. And if you really love us, please leave us a review or rating on iTunes or Stitcher. Reviews help other listeners find our show by telling them what it's about. We'll see you next time when we talk about yard tips. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
See you then.
Bye-bye.
For more information about any of the tips that you've heard on today's podcast, just go to quickanddirtytips.com/who knew.